If I was going to be spending 100 days in the wilderness alone and I could only bring 10 items, these are the 10 items I would bring. The first item is a knife. Bushcraft knife is one of the most important tools you can have. It can help you cut meat, cut rope, cut fishing line. It can make you bushcraft weapons like spears. A bushcraft knife is something you want to bring with you if you're going to be spending 100 days in the wilderness. The next item that I would bring with me if I was spending 100 days in the wilderness is an axe or a saw. Cutting wood is very, very important, specifically for building shelters and gathering firewood. You don't want to spend 100 days in the wilderness without a tool that can cut you firewood and build you shelter. Another item I would bring with me is a sleeping bag. Up in places like Alaska or Canada, it can get really, really cold in the winter, and you want to retain your body heat as much as you can during the night. So a sleeping bag is very important to have. The next item I would bring with me is a tarp, specifically for shelters. Now, later on into the 100 days, I would build a shelter out of wood too and use the tarp as a roof to keep the rain out 100%. But to start out, for the first few days, you want to have shelter that will protect you from the elements as quick as possible. And then after the first 3 days or so, you can start actually building the shelter that you want to build. And even if you don't need this tarp after, you can still use it as a smoker. Next thing is 550 paracord. There's so many things you could do with 550 paracord. The insides of it can be used as emergency fire starter. You can use the inside of it for emergency fishing line. If you don't have any, this can help you construct shelters. You can use this to help you smoke meat. Paracord is one of the most important items you can bring with you if you're spending 100 days in the wilderness. The next item is fishing line and fishing hooks. I have fishing line and fishing hooks in here, and assuming that I wouldn't be able to take any artificial stuff with me, I can always dig up the ground for natural stuff like bugs or worms to catch the fish. Fishing line and fishing hooks is something I definitely want to bring because fish would be an abundant source of food, assuming that I'm going to be by a lake or a river. The next item I would bring, I don't have the item on me right now, but a bow and some arrows. There's deer, moose, ox, potentially Bigfoot. If I want another animal, big game animal, that has all the fats and proteins I need to survive, then I want to be able to hunt them down with a bow and some arrows. The next item I would want to bring with me in the wilderness, if I'm going to be spending 100 days there, is a metal water container or a bush pot. I want to be able to cook food and boil water. The human body can only go around 3 days without water. So I want to be able to procure water, and if I want to, cook food as a soup or a stew kind of. So a metal water container or a bush pot is something that I would really like to bring. Some say that fire is everything out in the wilderness. So having a fire starter like a ferro rod or a magnesium bar is a very important thing to have. This is one of my ferro rods. I have about 3 ferro rods and a magnesium bar. You want to be able to cook food, keep predators away, stay warm, purify water. Now that I think about it, fire is very important. This is precious. I love you, my precious. The last item I would bring is a few pounds of emergency rations. In dire situations where food is low, you're gonna want to have emergency rations. But I will only use it in case of emergencies. If you eat it all too fast, then you won't have enough energy to catch other game later on. Axe or a saw, a sleeping bag, a tarp, 550 paracord, fishing line and fishing hooks, bow and some arrows, a metal water container or a bush pot, a fire starter, rations. Now let's put all this stuff back. Come on. There, go in there. Thank you for watching this video. If this video was valuable to you in any way, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe so you'll never miss another video on the Matthew's Bushcraft YouTube channel. I hope I can see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on the Matthew's Bushcraft YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.